This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news: a special mass held today for the landing of the flag on the island of Grand Bahama. It was an historic event that will lead to the country's upcoming milestone, the 40th anniversary of independence. The Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darble, presented the Bahamian flag, which has traveled around the Bahamas to Archdeacon Harry Bain, and it was then in turn placed in the hands of members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. From there, the national flag was placed on a standing pole and hoisted in the air, where many looked on proudly singing the Bahamian national anthem. On the inside, Minister Darble addressed those in attendance, sharing the significance of the 40th anniversary of independence.
40 years later, Bahamians on every inhabited island excitedly await this special flag, which has traveled across the length and breadth of our archipelago, and today makes its final stop on the island of Grand Bahama before being returned to the capital to be hosted at the Independence Celebration on Clifton Park on July the 10th of this year. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the chairpersons and executives of the 40th Independence Committee for facilitating this time for us to recognize our national flag and to be reminded of the importance of national pride and unity.
Archdeacon Harry Bain challenged those in attendance to use the 40th anniversary of independence celebrations as a time of thanksgiving and not complaining.
I believe that we should take the position that this is a time to give thanks to God. It's not a time to row and quarrel about the ills in our society. We know what they are. And we know that as a Christian nation, a people that looks to God from whence cometh our help, that with God's help we will be able to meet and overcome the challenges that we face.
Prayers were also lifted for the country, its leaders, and citizens.
We pray for the poor, the sick, the unemployed, the handicapped, all who have requested our prayers, and all who seek the prayers of the church in their time of trouble.
Give healing and strength to all who suffer in body, mind, and spirit. Give them courage and hope in their troubles, and sustain all those who remember.
We pray that God may guide and protect all heads of state and all who bear rule, especially those in this land. Arthur, our Governor General, Perry, our Prime Minister, all members of Parliament, and all persons serving in local government.
Now, the Grand Bahama Independence Committee also on the move last night, honoring 40 women here on Grand Bahama. The women came from various sectors of society and are the most recent group to be singled out for recognition. Natalie Martinborough picks up this story.
It is our prayer, please.
The reception held at the Pelican Bay Resort provided an occasion to celebrate 40 women for their contributions and accomplishments in society. The honorees included women from the business arena, the legal profession, broadcasting, tourism, education, sports, the police force, the medical profession, religion, civic organizations, community leaders, and the handicraft business. President of the Senate, the Honorable Sharon Wilson, joined in the celebration. She commended the women, noting that after 40 years, we must reflect on how far we have come as a nation.
As we acknowledge that there are many bigger homes, we must ask, what is the state of family life in the Bahamas? As we applaud the education and that many of our youth are in fact receiving, we must examine the standards, especially in personal decorum. As we admire people at our gala and state affairs, are we satisfied really with their behavior? As we approve brilliance of eloquence and articulation, especially among our youth, are we happy with their basic manners?
Many of the honorees have taken the full 40-year journey, and the Senate President expressed gratitude for heroes like Sir Lyndon Pindling, Sir Cecil Wallace Whitfield, and others for every step along the way.
At this juncture, and at every opportunity presented to us, it is incumbent upon us to raise the consciousness of persons throughout our Commonwealth to the qualities that built our little nation, because these are the same qualities that will grow, develop, and sustain it.
Wilson then commended the committee for the decision to honor the women.
I am sure that each honoree can name others who have inspired them and who tonight are deserving of sharing in their honor. And so tonight, I congratulate the honorees and all who have helped to make them to become women who embody a spirit of excellence.
Natalie Martinborough, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Natalie. Well, activities in honor of independence will continue throughout the weekend, and on Sunday, a pre-independence ecumenical service will take place at First Baptist Church on Anson Avenue. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, is expected to deliver an address at that service. Switching gears now to the crime beat, a business establishment in Maynardtown robbed last night by 3 masked men. Police say the 3 gunmen entered the establishment around 10:30 p.m., held up the patrons, and made off with an undetermined amount of cash and jewelry. Police say the 3 suspects are said to be about 5 feet 8 inches tall, slim-built, and were all clad in dark clothing. Police are appealing to members of the public who may have any information regarding this matter to contact them at telephone numbers 350-3106, 350-3107, 350-3108, 911-919, or the nearest police station. And still on the crime beat, unlicensed firearm and ammunition discovered in Abaco. Police say around noon on Wednesday, officers acting on information conducted a search of bushes in the Murphytown area and uncovered a .38 revolver and 5 rounds of ammunition. No one was arrested and investigations are ongoing. Stick with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.